What is up, my little Inori prodigies? If you're interested in Rek'sai, this video is going to teach you everything you need to know on how to play Rek'sai and climb. So Rek'sai jungle extremely broken right now. Very good, not as popular, but I'm going to make it real easy for you to pop off on her. For starters, Runes Conquer is just the best with 3 brutes right now. Itemization, there's few options. I like just generally Stride Breaker and then into whatever items you want second. Thunder Sky, Eclipse, Cleaver are all good options. Generally, when you want to start your camp, always want to start red buff. For clears, red, Krugs Raptors, level 3 into gank is ideal. If there's no gank, full clearing is a-okay. But generally, you always want to start red just because of how you are. For walls, this wall is really good to gank. When we're on red side, this wall is extremely good for guests to gank as well. For blue side walls, it's not as easy to gank bot side because the walls aren't in our favor, but there are a lot of options for that. So your mindset when you play Rek'sai is to be, try to get gank lanes going in a sense that you do want to win lanes, but also it's important for you to just be able to sustain yourself, right? So as much as it's important for you to be, ganking, it's more important for you to be farming as well. That's what I'm going to be talking a lot about in this video. It's the goal when you're playing Rek'sai is to just know when it's time to gank and when it's time to farm. And for mechanics, you always go the burl. You can right click to knock people up. The Q just tag camps faster and then right click knock up into an auto attack into a Q. Attack reset's really important when you're playing Rek'sai. It's going to be something really good. Some people do Titanic. I think Titanic's fine too. It's up to you, but it really just depends on what you want to do. Here, I could gank a mid champ like this from the left side, but I think probability wise, left side is generally warded. So it's actually better to gank from the right side, because more likely they will not ward here. So here we see Kindred walking in. So I don't mind just kind of scouting ahead and seeing what's going on with Kindred. So I don't mind this at all. I want this guy to go in. And if Kindred was going to go for that gank, just think about who would win in a 2v2. Rek'sai is really good in these 2v2s. 1v1, yeah, I don't want to be fighting Kindred, right? But it's not a 1v1. We're playing for the 2v2. And that's how you kind of want to play it. So here, most likely Kindred, okay, her bot side's up. She is farming upwards. That's how we know off that information. Here, I will save Zyra's life if she just doesn't feed the enemy. So here, I just want to make sure I can get in range. Just play around. Their sonar is very important. Here, I can always tag him with Q. So it's not really, it's not really scary for me to, I don't need to flash there. Why do I not need to flash? Well, he's running opposite to where he needs to be running, right? He's running to my tower. And if he ever gets, close to resetting, or sorry, not resetting, but if he ever gets close to executing, then, well, I can always tag him with my Q, and I'm happy about that play. So here, you have a few options. You can go, okay, Inori, we got a lot of cash in the bank. Shouldn't we base right now? You could base. It's not terrible. But I like to do these two camps, skip wolves before basing, because we still have a generally good amount of time before, our top side are back up. But I really do like to just do these two camps fast, reset, and then go top side. In some, this is diamond 2 elo, but I might get punished. Kindred might steal my top side, but it's not really a big deal for me. So here I farm this and base. Don't do the wolves early, because wolves is the farthest away camp. That's generally hard for us to reach. Going from here to here, it takes too much time. For buys, I always prefer, we're going into Stride Breaker, just get 3 swords and then a ruby crystal. I like the components more than I like to go for the, I like to get the components and then go into Phage and then Tiamat and just, build as many components. This is just value. It's much better. Tiamat's a bit, eventually I'll get Tiamat, but not this early. So here I want to see if my sonar is telling me Kindred's here, but my Krugs are up, so I'm really happy. I could try a risky play on the Renekton, but, in this meta, I'm just going to tell you, it's kill is a degen. That's just what happens here, because the mark is a bit further away. Most likely what happened is Kindred's here, so what we're gonna do is play off that. So I should be able to make a play here. Kindred did flash, so we could maybe play around that. We need to reset our thing. If she dashes again, we can definitely kill. Now her dash is down for a really long time, so yeah, definitely capitalize on that. And here I could push, but Fiddle's so close that I'll give him that one. I'll let him, you know, get that wave. And, you know, even though Kale stole my camps, I'm not going to let that affect me, right? Kale, top laners, you know, she's picking a scaling top. They don't really have souls, so you can just play off that information that they really don't have any sort of, you know, souls, hearts, stuff like that. Here I get the knock up, keep chasing, do as much damage as possible, get the flash, really nicely done. Fiddle is technically 6, so we should be able to just straight up kill here. But not anymore. She might try to run me down, but I do have level advantage. Usually if you want to go on her, you always want to go on the second dash. So if she jumps one more time, we generally want to go on her. But I can actually kind of play off this. Which is very squishy right now. I can kind of bait this all out as well. Kind of like keep her interested. Norectin, his only way to get on me is his E, right? So I just kind of play around that. Kale doesn't move, so unfortunately we're not going to get much here. Here I don't go greedier. Why? Because I see Seraphine roaming. And Seraphine roaming just kind of takes me out of, you know, potentially doing that play. Kindred's squishy, right? Like Kindred, if she's smart, the way the Kindred, if you make the first play against Kindred and she counter ganks you, you're really bad position. So you always want to avoid that. But that was beautiful for us. We're going to kill Kindred here with our tag. Here I'm going to stack up my Fury on the thing, and then I'm going to R and the one shot. Kill does have R. She might not R me because oh, she does. I have my E coming back up, and we're able to cycle through that combination. There, what you saw was I actually re-burrowed to kind of regen a bit more HP, but also to proc my knock up once again. Here we see someone moving. Remember, the regen is a really big part of just Rek'Sai in general now. You have to really play around the regen. I do like Void Grubs, but I never like dying for objectives. So if the Yasuo's coming to contest me here, do I have any desire to fight him? No. Like, just let him waste his time. They can have one Void Grub. Like, I'm not a big fan of overfighting for objectives. Once I've gotten like my belly is full, I have no other real desire to be there. And here, this is where I think like it's really flexible what you want to build. Stridebreaker, it's like go to. Cleaver is good. Eclipse is good. Sunder Sky is good. You can go either 3 of them depending on the game. If you want to be... It's hard to fight here because they have, again, 4 people mid. So we have to watch and respect that. She's playing really heavy into marks, right? So I have to kind of play around that. I don't have R up, so I have to respect no R. A knock up here would actually be a kill. I'm getting rooted, so I have to E out. Buy some time. With Ezra moving, we should be able to fight. Ezra does have range. Range is good. So all I have to do is hit the orb. You know, I want to fight, but I want to be smart about it. Why did you aggro that? 1 second. I'm lagging a bit too. It's easy for me to tank a dragon as well because I just have a lot of regen in my kit. Always re-burrow and burrow just to see what's going on. Obviously, I'm extremely strong, so I would love to get a good fight here. But I'm also very, you know... It's easy to die and just get distracted about how strong you are. Or get carried away, if you will. So you always have to be kind of leveled on the ground. Here, I assume this guy's not going to fight, so I'm not going to have a play there. Instead, the play is most likely going to be around mid. So what do I want to do? I'm going to kill this Wei. So how do I kill Wei? Well, I have to position where I think he's going to be. I think he'll be on mid wave. So I'm going to go up a ward here and see him. Tag him. I can play for the kill now because I can just stride breaker. Get out of tower range. And because Fiddle died, we do want to push this wave in. And with the stride breaker, you're always able to push really fast. I already have some grubbies, so I can always grab one plate if you're literally right next to a tower. I didn't want to share, but it is what it is. Kindred was most likely going to play top side, so... I'm going to flash over the wall after this, just to get the kill and bounce. Later. And yeah, you know, in and out playstyle is really important. The comboing, you don't do as much damage alone. That's why I say Rek'Sai by herself, yeah, you have potential, but she's not an isolation champion. Like I want, you know, I do like, you do around 60% of someone's HP with everything you got. So you need someone like a Zyra support, a Fiddle. You got to play around somebody, right? You need at least one person to help you finish off these people. So if you have this mindset, you can do individual plays. Obviously, I'm super ahead. But on average for you, especially newer players, just think you might need some help. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just how it is nowadays. Here, I'm just tracking the wave's movements. Ideally, I want to cut him off as he goes bot side. Going out Seraphine can work too, but I just want to see which way he does. Takes the plant over. That reveals he went this way like a plant. I think my top side is completely gone, so I'm just trying to understand how I want to play the map right now. Obviously, I'm super ahead. I'm happy. And then we go boots. Usually, it's always a Tabby's game. If you don't know what boots to buy, always go Tabby's. Tunneler is really good Pokemon. This time, I'm going Sunder Sky, and you're probably like, Inori, why are you going Sunder Sky? It's just a good overall tanky item, right? It's just good sustain. I usually go Eclipse before, but they nerfed it, so I still think Eclipse is fine. But right now, I'm just in the Sunder Sky lifestyle. So here we know we talked about Kindred. She was on my top side. She took a lot of that. And for builds, Steric's third is still extremely strong on Rek'sai. There are other options as well that you can experiment with. Here I either want to start with going on her, which I think is fine. We'll just R in case. I just want to make sure we kill, right? Because important to kill. Here, because my R is down now, for me to play on Void Grubs against the Kindred is, dare I say, risky. So what do? We don't want to contest that. So we just have to farm out. First, we're not healthy, right? So like, how do we get healthy? Rek'sai, as long as you're jungling, you're going to eventually become full health. Just reburrow and burrow. That's like 200 HP. So my goal is, if I ever want to get a fight in the river, I always want to try to get us close to 100% HP, right? And here I can just get farm and do that and then re-enter. Whoever play I want to. Peter does the bot side play. It's not really a concern for me. She's playing like a very avoidance kind of play style, but it's, you know, I'm playing everything else, right? I'm doing ganks, I'm farming, I'm getting every objective. So pretty much I'm doing everything right. So if you just see how I'm playing comparative to the Kindred, she's playing heavily into selfish things like her marks, which really don't matter, right? Her marks and stuff don't actually matter. This guy, he's actually very kind of crazy to be doing this. Because we can actually just kill him too. I do have my knock up now. So you see some players, buffoons, right? Absolute buffoons. He has no brain cells. That's a typical Diamond 1 Yasuo player. So even though I don't like this kill, right? I don't like this kill. She stole my Krugs. If she dies in lane, that could make me happy, but it's not going to help me win, right? So I don't make grudges over small things. I just keep a mind like a play. I just play to win, and that's it. Here I just mess around a bit, kind of see what's going on. I want Renekton to go on me. If I can just chunk him. Oh shit, I might live. Oh, thank the heavens. I actually tunneled by accident. I was trying to bite the hell out of Seraphine. A little chunk of her booty, but yeah, I mean, good play by us. I ran closer to the kill because I needed the kill R. Yeah, kill. I'm a bit of a freak. What can I say? Rek'sai's. I like what I like. I got 5 Void Grubs. If you're gonna get the Void Grubs like what I'm doing, take towers, right? If you really want to carry, getting these plates are insane. You know, like the amount of money I've made off that. So here's the third item. You can just go Steric still. It's still fine on Rek'sai. It's a-okay. It's perfectly okay. But what's really broken now is actually Depth Stance. So you could go third Depth Stance. If I was against maybe a bit more AD, I could go Depth Stance here. So it's either Sterix or Depth Stance usually. But DD buffs have been quite nice. But her build isn't really that much different. If you want more damage, you definitely go for the Depth Stance here. But they do a good amount of MR, magic, and armor damage, so... And Maul is not bad, but Rek'sai unfortunately is sort of designed around, you know, HP in her kit now. That's like generally how the vibe is. So here I track Kindred movements. I want her to cross. So here this means she's on the camps. All I have to do is get a knock up on her. And then instantly one top. So here, burrowed always tracks sonar movements. Sonar is the steps you see. So here I see another person stepping up, so we track him a bit. Maybe I'm not going to one-shot him, but what I can do is just chunk him. And if you chunk someone, it's called going, you know, you take 2 combos on them. So now the next time I go on him, he's going to be in kill range. So that's something we play around. Here you can always R the way R if you get into situations like that. Okay, that was a bit ambitious. I got chain CC'd. What can I say? They want the piece of the booty. Booty so thick, can't stop. Can't stop, won't stop. But yeah, this is how I usually play Rek'sai, very heavy. I try, for you newer players, don't take so many risks. Be very, you know, focused around good fights. Like, think about your laner's abilities, right? Fiddle level 3, that first gank we did. It's just hard for Fiddle to mess up a gank. He just presses Q, E, W, ignites, right? That's a lot of damage. What I need from people when I gank is damage from them. I just need them to give me damage, right? That's a very big thing. KO's obviously a little brat. Nothing we can do about that. Come on, big boy. Show me what you got here, Fiddle. That's what I like to see. That's what I like to see, Fiddle. That's my man right there. I created him. He's like a son to me, this game. And here I just farm whatever I can. I also want to get my jungle item. Eventually, it's not like a huge priority. It doesn't really matter that much. Jungle is weak. It doesn't really matter. But I want to play around my ball lane because ball lane is very strong. Even though this Ezreal is kind of weak, but generally ball lane is quite strong. So here I just want to get on this guy. I don't want to over chase. I just want to push him away from, you know, them not having Renekton is actually... I actually want to fight here. So what we do is we kind of bait it out. I'm gonna R if I can. Oh my god, I actually got obliterated. That was a lot though they used on me, so we'll take that as a win for now. I do need tenacity. Syrinx will give me tenacity, that should be good. 2 ints in a row. The way is a bit of a baiter. I'm just gonna one-shot the tower. I have to respect them. I don't have MR or tenacity for that, so I have to respect it a bit. Once I back up, I'll probably play more safe. But it's not, probably not though. I'll probably go crazy again. I just think that was like the weird windows where they were super grouped up. They're not 4-man. I usually will kill them, and now they should split up. I think Kindred agrees for red. I should be able to kill her here. She's on it. I'm gonna run her down after this. Oh, she's on here. Definitely gonna get her here. It's definitely going to be a long play, not a short play. I do have my dash coming up. I'm here for the long time, not the short time, is as they say. What? I forget Seraphs, man. Nerf Seraphs, bro. Nerf the hell out of it. As they say. I'm in it for the long time, not the short time. I didn't mean to tank that tower shot. I would have killed them both if I didn't. Sunder's Guide just gives you a bit more HP, a bit more to play around with. Problem with Cleaver, I like Cleaver too, but I just find Cleaver not to give me... Like, it's just a lot of your abilities now just deal magic damage. Like your Burl Q dealing magic damage, your W dealing magic damage. It's kind of awkward now. So I'm like kind of whatever about more damage. I'm more about surviving in this kind of meta where jungle doesn't really bring all that much damage unless you're playing like a heavy, like one-shot kind of champion. I generally just find it more important for you to just build and itemize for more survivability. Not just pure tank items, but more just, you know, these kind of HP safe items. So here we just kind of want to get on them. This guy's trolling, by the way. Oh, we get that. I'm going to surfing for now. Go for the way afterwards. He's definitely gonna run. Dodge his spell and then go on him. Or reburrow, dodge everything else. I have my E coming back up. Should be able to kill here. All the knock-up damage. Way! That's the way. I hate this champion so much. It's a bit of a counter to Rek'sai. They got dragon, whatever though. Well, I'll get their LP, so it's worth it. And here I do want to finish this item because it's kind of taking up a item slot. This game, obviously, I was playing really aggressive. There, I kind of flashed over the wall to hit Renekton in the dragon fight. Just wanted to get a read position and also get on Renekton. Their team is obviously bad. They picked a lot of early game champs that are not that good right now. Well, that didn't do well early. Here, I do DD usually. If I want MR, you can go into like other MR items too. Spear Visage, if you're kind of like your go-to MR item. For armor, Depth Stance, the build's kind of straightforward. Like how to go armor would be DD. If you want another armor item, there are some options like a GA could be okay, or like a Randuin's. I like Randuin's if I want. If I'm going for like another armor item, I'd probably go for like a Randuin's there. Here I could kill this guy fast if I want to. I'd rather flank on him. He's not really a threat, even in the side lane. So the better play would be to just get them on a fight here. Fiddle should come, but it's okay. So here I'm going to look for a flank. What we're going to do is pink here, get some vision. I want to get in the back line, right? Priorities, make sure we keep flanking. Hit the Q, and then once I hit the Q, I can just kind of get the flank going. Reburrow if I need to, and yeah, just like that. Voila. You know, play really slow. Play around your damage around your team. I think a big thing about Rek'sai is play around when you have your teammates around who can help you kill people, right? Like in that situation, I grouped up with Ezreal, and I know Ezreal maybe wasn't playing the best this game, but he can press Q, W, and R and help me kill people. That's just how it goes. You can also play very around yourself, but you know, Rek'sai playstyle now compared to before is a lot more around. You know, you need a bit more help from your team, which I'm not a big fan of, but it's just how it is. Obviously, I'm doing a bunch of isolation plays too, but some plays you're gonna need help from your teammates. Here, I just want to get the red just so everyone has it, and then we can just base and play for the final push. So I Baron Recall, so you always base fast. You don't want to stay on the map too long. You want to base fast. Here, I like this, plus a pink, plus like a pod. I'll probably go HP one. So usually the best pod is the HP one. I always set up tunnels to get through the mid lane. And here, I don't have Flash. Flash is really important on Rek'sai. But I do have Spirit. And fighting Spirit is all you can do. I just want to fight. Let's go. The guy. Go Kindred first. Actually better. I have R, right? So I don't have to R until I really need to R. Here I like to pink here. This guy's very ambitious. Thinks I need anyone. He thinks he can do literally what he just did in front of me. He really thinks I'm that kind of guy. Like, does he actually think I'm just that kind of guy? Like, I'm gonna allow him to play like this, huh? Think I'm gonna allow that? I have R too. Oh, knock him up too. Oh, it's a dream. Hallelujah. 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 All right. Hope you guys like that Rek'sai game. Be sure to like, subscribe if you haven't already. Good luck in the games. Good luck in the climb. Good luck with the Rek'sai grind. Bye-bye.